skill. It's the highest cruiser bill. Ain't nothing just to heal. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Stiff on, spin move, in zone, scope. Off the sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go.
Are you irresponsible without your money or not?
Today, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Herbert and the Las Vegas Raiders taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like 2 losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. You've got to come out ready to play.
Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They run. It's Mark Ingram. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10.
So the Raiders backed up here to begin their first drive. And at quarterback from the University of Oregon, it's Justin Herbert.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball, run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Running is Jacobs. And finds some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option. You
get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. Looking to pass. Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. From a yard out. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score it.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike, and that's what we saw there. Ball turned over, first play, right to the end zone.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders, they're within an extra point of tying this thing up.
Daniel Carlson.
So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot in the end zone and made it pay off. So
all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Miami set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll run for the first time here with Matt Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Tua. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that's caught inside the 35. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Number 83.
33 yards that time.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Tua going to throw, and it's caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation.
We always hear from coaches how much they like to run crossing routes because they want to hit their receivers on the go, get them the ball, keep them moving. How about when you hit a tight end that way? Okay, the receivers are going to run past you most of the time. The tight end, they can do their damage a different way, break a few tackles.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Mike Gesicki taking it in. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And Thomas seems to be in some pain. He's still on the ground. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
Cody Barton on the stop. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He finds Beckham complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Herbert off of play action. He'll buy some time right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And now look at him go. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now 21-7.
Set to kick off.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more. I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They get this to Beckham on the perimeter. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. He's got him in, complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs, 77 yards. And the Raiders have cut it back to within a score. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
Carlson to kick off for the Raiders.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. From the 6. It's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They're on the 29-yard line.
Tua Tagovailoa in the offense heading back out. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter.
2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
On 2nd down, Tua. Caught by the tight end, Ertz. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down.
And the Dolphin first down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down. Herbert over the middle to Beckham. And they got him well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
At the 40-yard line.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Caught left side, it's Beckham. Herbert given 9 there on the 1st down completion. Now Herbert got to get him to the line in a hurry.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the Dolphins' 30-yard line.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC?
Run after catch. And he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown.
Daniel Carlson to kick off for Las Vegas.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Tua and the rest of the Dolphin offense heading back out. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Now Tua. His tight end, it's Ertz. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. This is Ertz on the pitch and catch. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to air one out. With a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Corey Willis.
The 2nd down pass intercepted. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off about the 31. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
10 at the 45-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Tua, the final shot before half. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started out in Texas, NRG Stadium in Houston, where it was the Texans who picked up the victory at home. 30-9 was your final. From there, we slide over to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And it's the visiting Minnesota Vikings who have the lead in that one at halftime. 2 touchdown passes there for Russell Wilson. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting 49ers who are out in front. Kiki Cutie, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try to create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Let's go. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is. is that they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
The defense was ready for the run-pass option, diagnosed it perfectly.
Not only did they stack him up at the point of attack, but he was met by a host of light-colored jerseys.
Here's Herbert now on 2nd down. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop, because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
A very good punt, but a 16-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. You know, we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
It really has, especially as of late. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And he'll find Pittman. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up right around the 43. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, Herbert. Throw left side complete. It's Jacobs. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. Oh, he's able to out-muscle him here as he pulls it in.
That's good for a lot.
And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
2nd and goal.
So it'll be 2nd and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be 3rd and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it won't be easy.
Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. And no movement for the field goal unit to break this tie. They're going to go for this thing. 4th and goal. Here we go. They snap it to Herbert. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Dolphins celebrate their goal line stand. So they pass on the chance to kick the go-ahead field goal, and that may be one they're going to regret big time.
And I think the head coach is going to have some explaining to do, right? Because in this situation, you kick the field goal to give yourself that chance at victory. By going for it, maybe you're saying you don't trust your field goal kicker, or maybe he knows something we don't. Maybe the kicker's hurt. So there'll be a lot of questions at the post-game press conference.
Makes the rest of this 4th quarter and the rest of this game very interesting. Taken down. Back at his own 7. Jared Davis. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And it'll be 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that was a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when a screen pass is taken away, you're trying to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
Good head-down running on the return. Gets about 15 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Justin Herbert leading this unit out for their next possession. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? There's always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now. For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is going to have the Raiders first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. From the gun, Herbert. He's that man again. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Solid gain of 18 and a Raider first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. After the run, now Herbert to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to squeeze it in there at this stage of the game. You got to take some chances. Nice job to knock it away, though.
You're so right. Understanding where they are in the game, you got to take that opportunity and maybe thread the needle. Unable to get it done there.
They'll run it with Jacobs, and he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops slowly. It's got to be right at them if you're going to run the football, and if you're going to throw it, something quick, get it out of your hands in a hurry.
Now it's Herbert. And he's caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Raiders have moved out in front.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Daniel Carlson, the kickoff.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
So Tua and the Dolphins down 28-21. A minute 12 to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Tua going to try and go quickly here. Looking left side, he's got him in. That's Ingram. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. From the gun, it's Tua. Throw left side, complete. It's Ingram. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On play action, here's Tua. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Complete. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Tua setting up shop to throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And this carry terminated at the 8-yard line. Good stick skills showing the power, but just not much room to operate. Well, Charles, exciting to the very end. That's what we just saw in this game. Final play there, headed in the red zone, but anytime you're outside the 10, that's tough. Trying to draw up the final play to get in, and they couldn't do it.
It certainly is. So what they were looking for was, extra time. Too bad it's not FIFA soccer, right? Where you get a little bit of extra, and you get a chance to run a couple more plays and maybe get closer and take that last shot into the end zone.
So for Las Vegas, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first 2 home games. And next week, they get to stay home again as the Los Angeles Chargers come to town. Meanwhile, for Miami, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.